Hi everybody, Dave Cochrane at Remax Real Estate on the east coast of Canada in St. John, New Brunswick with your real estate update on what's going on around greater St. John, southern New Brunswick real estate till the end of August. I guess some homeowners were without clear water. A lot of them had brown water this summer. You may be one of them. And lack of water, obviously, the reason. So maybe in the fall, although we don't want a torrential downpour every day, it'd be nice to have a little bit more water for those well water owners. Next time I write you, we're going to have a new provincial government, so don't forget, if you're in the province and you can vote, September 27th is the day. My dad has always said, if you don't vote, don't complain. So the major parties have been listening to the New Brunswick Real Estate Association as well. I'm a member, obviously, of the New Brunswick Real Estate Association, being a realtor. There's about 1,000 realtors in the province. And we've been, we wrote up a paper, and one of the big things was the way the property tax assessments are put together every year. You know, your neighbor could have a tax assessment a few $100s less than you, and you've got the same house. And it's really outraged taxpayers over the years. So the Liberals have promised that they'll freeze assessments for 2 years until they come up with a better answer. The Tories have said that they'll cap assessments for 3 years, so at least they're going to do something, which will be good news for realtors and for homeowners around the province as well. Bank of Canada continues to raise their rate, and of course the commercial banks raise their rates in response. If you're thinking of buying a house, really now is the best time. If you're going to wait another year or so, that money you have set aside now will buy less house. So if you're thinking, well, honey, next year we'll get a $250,000 house, you may be only able to afford a $230,000 house, and the one you like, maybe $20,000, $30,000 out of your reach, which is not out of your reach now because the rates are lower. And they'll only increase as the economy improves and buyers won't be able to afford as much house. According to a recent survey, the company was called the Demographia International, worldwide company, did a survey, and the average house price compared to the average house income is about 2.8 times greater. Your house price is about 2.8 times greater than your household income. That's not bad. That's the 4th best in the country. Vancouver is 9.3 times the average income. Ouch. In the survey, housing was deemed to be severely unaffordable if it was 5.1 or more times the annual income. Locally, they removed the boil order over in the West Side Randolph area. It was one of the longest boiling orders ever imposed by the city. They got to do something about the water quality, obviously for health concerns, but also people moving to this area. I mean, they're reading the internet, they're reading the newspapers. You know, you're thinking of moving to an area and they've got water problems. That's a health issue. You got small kids, you're thinking twice about moving this way, so it's not only a health issue. Elsewhere in the west side, a developer's been given the green light to build about 500 housing units. That area is out around the Spruce Lake area. It includes 1- and 2-family homes, townhouses, and multi-families as well. They're putting in new ramps out in the Grand Bay Westfield area, coming off the highway, which is going to free up something like 440 acres of land coming off of a Highway 7. They're pretty happy about that because that'll mean a lot of area for residential and commercial development. Out in the Kennebecasis Valley, around the Wildwood Park area, that's out around Matthews Cove, Meehan's Cove, they're going to be hooked into the municipal water system, wastewater system, which is really good news. They've got an antiquated system out there, risk of contamination if they don't do something quickly. So they're going to be hooked up to that system pretty soon. Oakville Acres, good news there. The town of Rothsay said, you guys want us to do a drainage system? We want you to tell us first before we go ahead and do it, because we're not going to do it if most of you don't want to hook up to it. And of course, Oakville Acres came back with a resounding, yeah, we want to be hooked up to it, so they're going to hook them up. It should start soon. Elsewhere, there's about a $9 million project of duplexes and 4 unit buildings that have been They're going to be going up off the Highland Road. I guess that was a pretty controversial issue, but the green light's been given now. Kennebecasis Valley parents. They've been lobbying for a Francophone school in the Valley, and it looks like they've been successful in at least getting the province to begin looking for some land for them as well. Summer months have been a hot one weather-wise, but not real estate-wise. Real estate is cyclical, and you know, in 07, 08, first part of 09, it was a seller's market. Now it's swung over to a buyer's market. Sales for the year to date are down about 7% over same period last year, although the dollar volume is only down 2%, which leads me to believe that even though there may be a few less houses selling, those houses are selling for more money. Sales in the lower price ranges from about $50,000 to $90,000 were down. We're up, sorry, in that 50 to 90 area. But the $90,000 to $200,000 range, it was down. That's about half the houses that sell. So that range. So when that range is down, it's going to pull the rest of the market with it. Because houses over $300,000 were up in sale over the last year, and it looks like higher-end buyers are not as concerned about the interest rates, jobs, the economic confidence as lower-income earners are, because they're still buying. Charlotte County, it's always doing well. That's from Musquash to St. Stephen. It continues to perform better than the St. John area does. The area's up slightly in sales over the same period as last year. Grand Bay Westfield's about the same. The city's down. That's where most of the down is, coming from west to east. Down about 14%, excluding the uptown area, which is up slightly. Kennebecasis Valley's down 16%, Hampton 8%, Sussex 12%. Those are sales this year compared to the same period last year. Kingston Peninsula's had a remarkable growth. The same time last year, they had about 8 sales going out there. To this time this year, it's 24. So that's your update for now. Before I leave you, a pickup truck pulled into a construction site to pick up some materials, and the guy hopped out and he said, yeah, we need some 4x2s. And the clerk at the desk selling the construction lumber said, you mean 2x4s? The guy said, well, just hang on a sec, I'll go check. So he came back and said, yeah, we need 2x4s. Clerk says, how long do you need them? The guy says, hang on a sec. He went back out and he came back and he said, well, we're going to need them for a long time because we're building a house. See you next month.